Hello, citizens of the world. My name is Kirk Elwine, your new world president. Most of you know me from our website. These last few years of preparation have paid off. The people of the world have spoken, and I very humbly accept the position as your first world president. I will outline the changes that the people have voted for. First, I will need to explain to those who were not involved in the revolution how we have come to power. To the politicians, judges, CEOs, and affiliated elite, you no longer control the world or the companies you once ran. Control now belongs to the people of this world, those who worked and fought and died for your almighty gold, those whose voices were never heard by your controlling few. The capabilities you once had are gone. I now control the major armies of this world in the name of the people. Your generals have been arrested by the very people you sent to other countries to die for your ideals. This revolution could not have been possible without them. There are changes taking place that were voted as the greatest concerns. We have 5. Number 1, terror groups, which also includes gangs or groups of people whose only concern is their own agenda over everything else, including the lives of their own comrades. We have already captured Osama bin Laden and al-Zawahiri. Their fates will never be disclosed. Other groups will follow. Extremism of any kind is outlawed and will be punishable by life in isolation or death, which will be chosen by the convicted. Number 2. The CEOs, board of directors, and certain executives of major corporations have been arrested and their assets seized. Everyday business will not be affected, and the majority of people will not notice a change in power. The purpose of these arrests are to prevent any loss of records that may implicate these men and women in illegal activities. Gone are the days when these people made 200 times or more of the base salary of the lowest employees. Salaries of these people will be controlled. This area will need a few more weeks to be hammered out. I can say with confidence that CEOs, directors, etc. will be outlawed from making more than 30 times the base wage, with bonuses included. Certain personal assets of these people have been seized and will be liquidated. Corporations have been ordered to equally divide manufacturing, engineering, etc. between the countries they do business in, with new laws that will soon govern companies, corporations, etc. All countries are hereby ordered to stop any and all types of funds for these companies immediately. There will be new world labor laws which will outline typical things such as minimum wage, according to the respective country's economy and cost of living. Number 3. Military and law enforcement. We could not trust disclosing our plans to your local police departments beforehand. We have talked with major police forces, and they will continue their duties in law enforcement of their local communities only. For the moment, they will be controlled by the military until further notice. As I have stated earlier, your Army's generals, admirals, etc. have been arrested. They will be interviewed to determine if they are willing to participate in the reshaping of our world. There will never again be a rank above lieutenant. The military will rely on my commands and an internal democracy. The lieutenants will carry my orders. If my orders were to fall outside the will of the people, the democratic process now in place will ensure my office cannot become a dictatorship. We currently have assassins and other operatives from the CIA, SVR, FSB, MI5, MI6, and others located and targeted for elimination, unless they renounce their organizations and accept retirement. The training facilities for these organizations will be closed permanently in the coming weeks. Their services will no longer be required in our new world. I will more fully outline military role and function in a few days. Number 4. current leaders, and politicians. It is not the intention of the people to remove all power from current politicians. It is rather the intent that these politicians carry out the will of the people and not their own agendas. Therefore, until I name my cabinet, the politicians of this world will only concern themselves with their own internal affairs. All politicians are barred from international travel. Any attempt to do so will result in arrest. Number 5. World hunger. For the next 30 days, the military branches will be distributing food and clothing in the most impoverished areas. They will be collecting food from all major food distribution centers. Full cooperation will be expected. Shelter will also be required for the homeless. In those parts of the world where the weather is extreme, it is ordered that any unoccupied buildings and residences be confiscated and utilized to shelter the homeless. More detailed plans on this will be forthcoming. In closing, I ask everyone to be patient. Most policies will be implemented immediately, and others will need some time. We are on the way to a better world where there will be equality for every citizen. Of course, some smaller countries and their military saw this revolution as a joke. Those countries will be isolated until we can come to an agreement. We believe at this time they are scrambling to come on board with us. Their choice for freedom can be the only choice. They have no one else to turn to. My next speech will concern my cabinet, the roles of political offices, and any other concerns that have been brought up through our voting. May you all find peace in what we have accomplished. Thank you. Have a great day.